Welcome back to another altcoin video. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to show you guys some 50x altcoins and show you guys how to set up the template. This is really important. I know this might be boring for some of you, but do you want to 50x your portfolios? Do you want to 10x your portfolios? Whatever it might be. Long-term investing is important, and we're going to stress it on this channel. I'm giving you guys a template for free where all you need to do is follow it, pay attention, and you guys can, on your own, go find these altcoins and make a lot of money. So we're going to be going into exactly this template. Then we'll go into an altcoin. I'll write it down in here. Very good altcoin. Make sure you stay tuned to that. But basically, there's this website called Cypher Hunter. We'll be using that. You're checking into their venture capitalists before anything. You have to understand, we're just looking at coins, altcoins from price action. We don't care about the use case. We're emotionless. We could give two shits less about what the coin does, right? We just want price action. You guys are investing to make money. You're not investing to lose money and get emotionally attached. So everything that I've written in here or written in here is something that will affect price, right? And we're going to be, filling all this out, check into their VCs. What's their tokenomics, private, sale, seed? I'll explain that. What's the ratio of tokens that were given to the VCs in early sales? How much of their tokens does the team have and VCs? When are they releasing more tokens, right? You guys, they release tokens, price goes down just because they're putting more tokens into circulation. Also, when is the vesting period, right? When is the vesting period? That's when VCs release. They get to, sell their tokens that they got before. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's a month, which that's a scam. If you see VCs that, they can dump their tokens within a month, run away from that project, okay? Or invest into it after a month, after they can dump them, and they will. Check how much volume a token has, right? Tokens that have great VCs that are going to be successful long term, their volume is always A1. It's always beautiful because the VCs, the rich people who own these VCs, they can keep volume high because they have a lot of money and they do that so it does look good. So if you see something with high volume, it has great VCs. Look into the CEOs and higher ups on the team and see if they've worked on any other projects. Did those projects succeed or fail, or is this their first time? Very, very important. That just can give you some sort of referendum on what's happening here. All right, now time to look into the project's use case. Look into this before you even care about a project's use case, right? Screw the use case, screw the roadmap. If they don't check off on any of these things, they're probably not going to be good at all. They're probably going to lose you money. Make sure to check that first list that I made and then move on to the second one. What sector are they in, right? How are they benefiting the blockchain? Can they pay their employees revenue? If they're not making money, they can't pay their employees. They're going to fail. They're going to die off. Or they're just going to pump and dump their tokens and pay their employees via that way. We don't like that way. So we're not trying to get into that route where we just get dumped on by the team. We're not paying, we're not just donating money to employees. This is not how it works on this channel. Have they accomplished everything so far that they have set on the roadmap? Sometimes they're a little bit late, right? But if they do follow through and they do release actual good things on the roadmap, it's good, right? Are there large events on the roadmap for the next few years? You guys can get invested into coins that have big stuff coming up on their roadmap. You could be looking through a few sites. I will be going through a site where it does release important token information that will be coming out for certain tokens. It kind of already does that for you. So free sites, guys, free template. Make sure you guys screenshot this. We'll go through a list of VCs as well. You guys can screenshot that, use that, and get to researching. It's very easy. You fill out a template, right? You can know this coin is good. This coin's going to make me 10x, 20x, 30x, 40x, 50x in a bull market, right? Buy it in a bear market, dollar cost average. It's going to make me money in the bull market. You invest into, 5 or 10 of them that are good, and you're just putting your odds higher up. Your odds are down here if you're not looking into these things because you're just investing randomly. So this is a really important template. This is a very, very thing that can change your life. That can change your life ultimately if you just follow through with this. Research is not hard. All you have to do with research is you have a template, you have a set of guidelines, and you follow through with them. I'm not joking, okay? Look into the VCs. Do you guys want to invest into companies, invest in the cryptos, when this is what their website looks like? This is venture capitalists. They invest early, right, into their tokens. This is what their website looks like. You guys Wonder why you go down 95, 98% because you didn't do research. You didn't look into their VCs. You're investing into a company where this is their actual website, right? I'm going to show you some examples of, just not, I'm not going to say they're scams. I'm not going to say anything. Like they're good companies for legal reasons, right? But you need to make sure to really look into VCs. So, there's some really, not too well, ones that are out there. And it's important to always look into it. We're going to show, what some of the best VCs look like, right? VCs, early stage investment in ICOs, arbitrage opportunities, Fambushi Capital, right? This is what the website should look like. We are Fambushi Capital, blah, 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 blah. Vitalik, right? Vitalik, goddamn Burton is on Fambushi Capital, right? He's an advisor. You think he's going to invest into a pump and dump? No, he's not. And these are the type of companies, Coinbase, great, Binance Labs as well. They're going to invest. They're going to keep the volume up. They're going to pump these tokens up in a bull market because they have use case and they're good tokens. You guys do not want to be investing into Ape Capital. Look at this, guys. Look at it. Guys, remember, like the video. But this is what we need to look for. Top tier venture capitalists. Shout out to the research group in the Discord. Putting in so much work. You have to understand this can actually change your lives. Getting into these good cryptos in a bear market just by simply using your heads, using your noggins. You have a template. You have a list of things. You know what happens in a bear to bull market, how much these cryptos go up. What are you doing, right? You're being lazy. So we have top tier venture capitalists. If we see these in projects, we know that, that's a green flag. That means we're good to go. For the most part, we're going to check the other things off our list and we're going to allocate, X amount of funds into that coin because they checked off all those things. And this one looks good, right? But if they have, only low to mid tiers and they don't have any high tiers, it's kind of a orange to yellow to red flag. I would say kind of a red flag if they don't have any high tiers. High tiers will help market. They'll help pump that price up. They're only going to be invested into good cryptos. So screenshot this. This is a very, very important list. I've went over this in other videos. And make sure hit that like button. We're on cypherhunter.com. This is extremely important, right? Extremely important. Stratos. This is the coin we're going to talk about. Boom. Enter it in. Click on Stratos. Who are their investors? Fambushi Capital. We know that, Vitalik gave the thumbs up on this one. We're going to compare it with our list. We're going to see how many investors we have. Boom. So we got Fambushi, high tier, SDOS, Stratos, this is the coin. We're not looking at price. We're not looking at anything else. We're filling out this list. Don't touch coins if you guys want to hold long term. You want to be successful. Don't touch coins if they don't have high tiers in them. I'm not interested in them. Just an opinion. You guys could touch them if you want, but I'm not going to go anywhere near them. I consider it an act of sin to touch coins without high tiers because, the statistics behind it is these are going to pump more than those ones by a large factor. You guys can go look into it. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of altcoins, right? These ones do good because they have money. They have VC money. All right, so next one is going to be tokenomics. You wrote Fambushi. That's a thumbs up. If we see a high tier, that's good. Okay, what's their tokenomics? Let's get into that. Excuse me, right? It's not even 9 months, okay? So 25% unlocked after 9 months. But if you guys look down here, 10% unlocked at day 270. Quarterly vesting over 12 months, right? 10% unlock at 360 days for the foundation reserve. This is great. Liquidity provision fund. 30% unlocked at TGE. Remain to utilize for the new exchange listing relationships. I can promise you that this will have some good exchange listings in the future. It has high tiers. They have connections. They'll get that down. So we release all of this, or we put this on the document. This is looking very good. This is an example of something that's good. All right. Also, when is the vesting period over with VCs? Already done. Okay. So we did all of this. We checked how much volume the token has. We'll actually do that now. We're going to go into CoinGecko, right? We're going to go into historical data, and then we're looking at volume. Okay, how much volume did Stratos have? Right, 200,000. It doesn't have, literal like 5,000 volume, which you see a lot of these tokens have. It's because Fambushi Capital, all these VCs, they'll pitch in, millions of dollars or 250K to keep this volume up so it doesn't look bad, right? So it doesn't, look like something where, let's just say, for example, something with just low volume, right? Let's go to historical data. Look at 87,000, 26,000 volume, 24,000 volume, 25. Like this is low volume, right? We don't want to see low volume. You want to see high volume. That means hype will stay. VCs are helping it out. That's a green flag if you see high volume. All right. So now we're looking into their team. This was the website, right? Stratos to see where their tokens are unlocked. Link that so you have a reflection on it. Boom. Just looked up Stratos. If you guys can't find that online, it's a red flag because sometimes they won't even try and post it online because Ape Capital, right? Yeah, Ape Capital, guys, remember this thing is real, okay? That is real. So their CEO, look into them, boom. We go to the website. It gives a description of their CEO, right? Founder, he checks out. Why does he check out? 20 years, blah, 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 blah. Just read into it. Tech influencer, right? Influencer, great. Pumpamentals. And yeah, their other employees check out. Not going to waste too much time. You guys get how that works. Did they have companies? Did they fail? They succeed? Boom. Great. Check, right? What sector are they in and how are they benefiting the blockchain? You guys can use Blocktivity. Boom, we go to Blocktivity, right? They're not on Blocktivity because they're really, really new. We're going to talk about that in a second, but this is how you guys can check if they're actually being used on the blockchain. Because this means they're actually making revenue. They're actually being used. Sometimes it does not reflect on price, but besides the fact, it shows that they are being used and it's like, kind of a cool thing. Sorry about not, it might not reflect on price action because there are some things like Tone that, is 200x less than VeChain, does the same thing, has more activity, has more use case, but, it's, not there in price. Just an example, but it's cool to see, right? Blocktivity.com. You guys can check that. We couldn't check that. Boom. They can pay their employees. We get it. Yes, they can. They have the VC money rolling in. They can pay their employees, guys. Have they accomplished everything so far that they have set on their roadmap? Let's go to their roadmap, right? Boom. Nope, nope. Yep. All right, so product, about us. All right, so go to their roadmap. Fundraising. Yeah, they did fundraising. They sure did fundraising. They have done all of these things. They have checked everything they have done. They have accomplished it. You guys can go check it. And they do have some big things coming up in 2022. This will be Pumpamentals, okay? Why, right? These are big things that are coming up. I mean, mainnet launch, right, with blockchain and storage. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, if this has the Pumpamentals and it has events coming up, it's going to pump, guys. I'm not saying to invest into this right now. Actually, you shouldn't invest into a token. We'll talk about that in a second. Like I said, you don't want to invest in token right when it comes out or else you will be pumped on. Wait, you have to dollar cost average. Who cares if you buy it on an uptrend, right? Who cares? If you're buying it right now, you FOMO into it, you're going to get dumped on because, we still have some lower prices to get to. And that's an important thing to say. I need a disclaimer, right? Have they accomplished everything so far in the roadmap? Yes. They have large amounts. Yes. Go to their Twitter, Telegram, Reddit. You guys can find more out about them. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm showing you guys how to do your own research. Go research into them, right? How is this a sponsorship, right? Go into them. I know I've seen you guys say it. All right, let's talk about price action. Right, so we're looking at this first. The tokenomics, $6 million market cap, 8.1 million circulating supply out of 100 million, right? This means that they still have to release, right? If they release all their tokens, their price would go down by a factor of around 12x, right? So this will be happening. We went over the vesting period when they will be releasing and are mining as well. 40% of that will be mined and but let's go into the TA on them. Just came out, right? We just came out on this exactly not too long ago. We got to understand that this isn't, the best situation when a token comes out. You bought it right away. You would have gotten a nice pump, but you want to know what? Most tokens dump right when they come out, or they'll have like a little pump because of the marketing, and then they will dump. So, yeah, 187% pump. Great for them. Cool for those guys. VCs, other people were able to dump this token, right? Went down 60% in 8 days. Don't get caught into this rabbit hole right here. You guys just dollar cost average. You buy at support levels. You don't need to do much TA. If you just dollar cost average at these lower levels, once we get there, who cares if you're buying on an uptrend too, right? Let's say, 2 months from now, a month from now, Bitcoin's at what, like 30, going to 40K, going to 50K, whatever it might be. And you're still buying these tokens on an uptrend, you're dollar cost averaging with minimal effort, right? Only buy, let's say you have 100% that you're going to spend on this altcoin. Right, let's just say you have 100%, okay? Put in 5%, right? Put in 5%, put in 5%, put in 5%, put in 5% until we see a really, really bullish Bitcoin. Then you might want to put into, 10%. But the main thing to understand is with these tokens, you guys want to accumulate in these low zones, right? For example, let's go to a different token on the weekly, right? Your guys' goal is to accumulate these tokens in these zones. Look at, they come out, what happens? They pump down. Boom. You're accumulating when they're down 95%, right? Boom. Easy. Accumulation zone. This is your goal. This is how you make a load of money buying in the accumulation zones. And so we're not there yet for Stratos. I mean, still a little aggressive dollar cost averaging into it, but who knows? Just trying to give you guys, some strategies you could go forth with. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not giving you financial advice. It's just an opinion on, how I would approach this. Try and look for an accumulation zone where we see low volume die off and not much price action and lower Bitcoin. But yeah, that's going to wrap this up. Don't ape into just one altcoin. Don't put all your eggs into one basket, first of all. You want to have multiple altcoins that have good backing, good VCs, because it increases your odds, okay? Do not ape into just one altcoin. And that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Before I go, all right, George, Hodl, Cryptos R Us George, great guy. This is buy the dip versus deep. You guys can dollar cost average, or you can buy the dip, whatever you want for your long term investment. I don't care. I'm not here to put your hand on investing. Buying the dip, cryptos, it does work, but you're also dollar cost averaging it. With that being said, peace out. You guys go subscribe to Cryptos R Us for your news. Great guy.